All right, what's up, everybody? 2K players. We are going to be going over our sliders for AI versus AI. This is not single player. This is not you controlling anyone. This is simply if you're doing AI versus AI matches. For example, I run my entire universe AI versus AI, just like I'm sure many other people do. And that's exactly what these sliders are based towards. You can obviously use them for other game modes if it's AI versus AI as well. But we're going to jump right into it and look at these sliders, okay? So I am also going to be in the description, there's going to be a video just so everyone can see a test match. That way you don't have to go apply all these sliders and then you decide you don't like them for some reason. But I personally love these. I'm getting matches anywhere from like 6 to 9 minutes long, which is exactly where I want them. But there is a test video, a match of mine that I just had a little bit ago in the description. Okay, so watch that first to see, if it looks like some kind of sliders that you might want to use. So we are going with difficulty legend. I've always played on legend every year when I do AI versus AI. I just feel like the computer is a little bit smarter and doesn't do like dumb taunts more often and stuff like that. So we keep that on legend. Weight, you want to keep it on simulation here. Stamina mode's going to be normal. All this stuff, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. If you want to just mirror mine, I've got it on rapid here. We've got timed pin mini game. We've got this off. Trading blows is always going to be on. I love the trading blows. I love the chain wrestling. If you don't like it, turn it off. I love it. So I have it on. We've got rope break on automatic. Allow held input for mini games. Again, doesn't matter because we aren't playing mini games. We're watching. Auto reversal for ground attacks, I have off. Doesn't matter anyways. That's for player controlled. Entrance run in. These are all play mode, so these don't matter. I don't believe. I have them on just in case. Payback for mid match run in. Blood on. Subtitles off. Tutorials off. Possum attack, possum pin, and instant recovery are all going to be on. Ring escape is going to be on. And then we're going to jump into the presentation. I prefer the ramp facing camera. You will get the referee where he stands right in front of the camera and blocks the wrestlers occasionally. When that happens, I hit triangle or whatever system you're on, hit your button, hit Y if you're on Xbox, and then I just hit square or X if you're on Xbox again to go back to the camera. It just kind of like changes the camera for a second. But that's if the referee stands in front. Again, this is pretty much personal preference, but I prefer the ramp facing camera. It's very, very good this year, and you can use it in a lot of match types. So over here, Superstar HUD is going to be off. Control, help, and match rating HUD is going to be off. Reversal prompt, I don't think it matters because we're not playing, but all this stuff is off. I have camera shakes off. I like it to be as realistic as possible. Again, it's not going to be like we're watching WWE on TV, but we want it as close as we can. So I have camera shakes off because the camera does not shake in real life, right? Camera cuts, I have them on. I know some people don't like them. I do. Camera cuts for big moments, I don't have it on frequently like most people. I have it on often. And then for everything else, I got sometimes, except taunts. I have taunts on never, which why would we want, to sit there and watch the computer taunt, especially when they over taunt every single year. Camera panning is on. Ringside camera cuts, I actually have that on off. That's again personal preference. Superstar finisher VFX, I have that off. The AI very, very, very rarely in the last, since super finishers have been out, I don't think I've ever seen the AI do one. So it doesn't really matter, but I have that on off. Controller vibration, I just left that on. Trigger effect, all this stuff doesn't really matter. Spectate control, I have off. Watermark, I have on. And then this stuff, this is more so if you're playing, you're controlling again. I have it off just to have it off. But again, we're not controlling anyone, so I don't believe it matters if it's on or off. And now we're going to jump into the good stuff, which is the actual sliders. So the reversal rate, I've played with it. I've had it at 10, I've had it at 15, 20, and I've had it at 25. And 25 is where it's at. You're going to get a good amount of reversals. You're not going to get too many, but you're going to get a good amount, which is going to prolong the match. You don't want to sit there and watch, say you have Bret Hart facing Shawn Michaels. You don't want to watch Shawn Michaels just, have the upper hand for 7 minutes and then win, right? You want it to go back and forth. It's going to make the match go longer. So we've got 25, 25, 25, 25 for the first four. AI finisher reversal rate we have at 100. They're going to reverse like 1 out of 5, maybe 1 out of 4 finishers. Again, it's awesome when finishers get reversed. It prolongs the match and it can change the entire match. If someone's dominating the match, they get their finisher, it gets reversed. Boom, now it's a whole new match. So I like it at 100. For an object attack, I normally have this higher every year, but the AI is really, really slow with weapons and they take forever. So the fact that, you even get them to swing a weapon is a lot lower this year. So I only have this on 60 for now until they fix that glitch where the AI is not really swinging weapons. Grab breaker, I don't like when grabs get broken or combos get broken as much. So I actually have these a lot lower this year than most years. I have them at 20 and 20, and they're working out great so far. AI combo rate, same thing. I have that at 20. Submission rate, I have it at 10. All the guys that do submission moves are doing their submission moves perfectly fine. The guys that normally and girls that normally don't do submission moves, they're not really doing them, maybe 1 or 2 here and there. The reason I have this so low is in past years, I've had so many matches just end by a stupid submission that the match should have never ended by, and I don't like it. If you like submissions, you're, into that, bump it up, put it on 20, 30, 40, whatever you want. But I hate that, as it gets towards the end of the match, they do a little silly submission, boom, the match is over. I don't like that. If you like that personally, just bump it up. I keep mine at 10 because I personally hate that. Dive rate I have at 0. Again, the high flyers are still doing their high flying moves. The people that do 1 or 2 high flying moves per match, they're still doing them. This is to avoid Andre the Giant, Yokozuna, those guys that don't do high flying moves from climbing the turnbuckle and doing high flying moves, okay? Springboard, I had this at 0 or 5 every single year. I actually put it on 10, and I haven't had anyone doing springboard moves that aren't supposed to be doing springboard moves. For example, you put Rey Mysterio in there, you're going to get 7, 8 springboard moves a match, and I love it. You put anyone else in there that normally doesn't do springboard moves, they're still not going to do it. You put it at 0 though, even Rey Mysterio's not really going to do many springboard moves. So that's why I have this at 10. Grapple rate, I love good old technical wrestling. So I have it at 75. I have it higher than normal, and it makes for an amazing match. AI strike rate, I've got it at 5 because, again, we're watching WWE. We're not watching MMA, so we don't want to watch punches and kicks over and over. Limb targeting, I have it at 70. Honestly, I've had it at 70, 50. I put it at 100. I didn't notice much of a difference, so I just left it right there in the middle. Running attack rate, I have it at 40, and the running attacks are perfect, 2, 3 a match, depending on who's wrestling, too. So I think that's a very good amount. They do them, when they should. I don't like dodges. You don't really see people dodge moves, in my opinion, in WWE too often, at least. Maybe like Logan Paul or Rey Mysterio or some high flyers. So I actually have this lower than most people. I have it at 15. Trading blows. Like I said earlier in the video, I love when they trade blows. I have it at 15 because if you put it any higher, they're trading blows like 2, 3, 4, 5 times a match, and it's just unrealistic. Entrance run-in, I have at 2. Mid-match, I have at 5. Post-match, I have at 5. I don't think this matters because from what I've read, I believe the run-ins are broken right now. So I don't even think you could get a run-in. I could be wrong, but if you can, I have it at 255. I know a lot of people do 2510, 21010, whatever you want to do. Personal preference, again, from what I've read, the run-in payback is broken. So it doesn't even matter in universe, okay? Referee downtime is 100. It's perfect. I had the referee go down a few times. He stays down for a while. We want referees to be down forever like they do in real life. Superstar downtime default at 50. Basic reversal windows, ground attack reversal windows right there at 50. Signature and finisher reversal windows, we have those at 100. Weapon reversal window at 60. Stamina costs, we're going to have at 100. I love when the wrestlers just get tired as the match goes on. It makes it seem more and more realistic. So I have that at 100, and the recovery rate is actually at 0, because why should they be recovering stamina as the match goes on? Anyone who's played sports or anything like that, y'all know that, as the match goes on or the sport or game goes on, you don't just gain stamina, right? You get more and more tired. So we're keeping that at 0. Rollout frequency, in past years, you guys all know that's been horrible, so that's at 0. Rollout durations at 15 to avoid those stupid countouts that we were getting last year. I've had a 1 countout this year out of like 40 matches, so I'll take that. Way better than last year. Feeding frequency, we've got at 50, stun gain 25, stun duration 25. Vitality regen cooldown is at 30, because I had matches ending a little too quickly, because this year, until this is fixed, you cannot fix the momentum meter, whether you put it on fast, normal, or slow. The finishers in universe mode, they all come at the same time within 3 to 4 minutes. So I put the regen cooldown rate a little bit lower, because I want my wrestlers actually regenerating their health a little bit quicker. They're not going to really regen much. And then we've got the regen rate at 50. I promise you're not going to see them become like superhuman. It works great. Post kickout damage, AI, we've got at default 50. AI difficulty damage skilling's at 0. Drag escape and carry escape, I don't like I said earlier, drag escapes, really happening. So we've got those both at 25. And we'll jump in targeting, that's doesn't matter. We'll jump into the mini games really quick for a couple things. The recent finisher, that means their first finisher, okay? You want that at 40, okay? Makes for better matches. You'll get more kickouts, off the first finisher. We have that at 40. Previous finisher, that means they hit their second finisher. We have that at 70, okay? The reason that's at 70, and make sure you do this for AI, not player. Player doesn't matter. So 70, 90% of the time, 95 probably, they are not going to kick out of the second finisher. And then no one kicks out of 3 finishers, so we have AI previous finisher 3 plus at 100. If there's a third finisher, no one's kicking out. For signatures, we have pretty similar. We have, not really. It's just, going to go up and up. It's 30, 40, and 50, okay? So that's what I have right there. But I also want to show you guys something else, because if you're doing this for universe mode, you need to do this, okay? Like I said earlier, right now, the finisher signatures, a slow, normal, and fast is broken. So this is going to take you about 20 minutes. You need to go into your superstars. You need to edit their statistics, okay? You need to go to their attributes. I have mine at 45. I have a buddy who has his at 30. Either way works really well. I prefer 45. I've had great matches with it. So 45 is default for every single wrestler for special and finisher. If you have this anywhere higher than honestly, anywhere higher than 45, they're going to get their finisher or special within 2 minutes in universe mode. That match is going to be over in 4 minutes. It's not fun to me until they patch the slow, normal, and fast. So 45 is where it's at. It's not going to change their stats in any way. This is just how quick their special meter and their finisher meter goes up from their attacks. I also have every single wrestler. There's 3 tiers: 75, 80, 85. My main eventers, my upper mid-carders, their pin escape is all at 85. My more mid-card to lower cards, their pin escape is at 80. And then, my jobbers or people that I don't really, they're just in there to be in there, their pin escape's at 75. And then everyone is going to have high power submission defense and high tactical submission defense. This is, again, to avoid what we had in previous years, which is what? People tapping out way too early, way too much. They're still going to tap out to Bret Hart's sharpshooter. They're still going to tap out to Charlotte's figure eight. So having very, very high 80s, 85s, I don't suggest the 90s unless you have, Roman Reigns or someone that you want to be the face of your universe. I don't suggest having them super high, but 75, 80, 85, right around there, just to avoid stupid tap outs, okay? So that's a couple things I do there. And then I also, just to kind of give champions a boost, when someone has a title, this goes up to 50. So does this. He doesn't have a title, so we're going to put it back down. And then their pin escape actually goes up by 5 also. So just a little little boost I give to champions. Now I know when you lower the signature and the finisher, you're going to notice your superstar's attribute is going to drop. So as for paybacks, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you know 85 and or 84 and under, you can't have resiliency. So you're going to lose resiliency on a couple of people. So there's one of two things you can do: take resiliency off everyone to make it fair, or just give them a different payback. Also, in case anyone doesn't know, from what I've heard, run in and paparazzi do not work. So don't use those paybacks on your wrestlers. And then something I avoid, because again, we're trying to not get finishers super quick, I make sure no one has the rage payback. I always have, even last year, because I think it's a very stupid payback. We get enough finishers and signatures. Why get extra finishers even quicker? So no one has the rage payback. And then if you want someone to have resiliency, and they're like an 83, 84, just boost some of these stats. If you boost these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stats, also if you boost their pin escape, whatever you want to boost these stats, and you will boost their attributes a lot higher, because special and finisher is going to drop their attributes by 3 or 4. Okay, so that's what I'm running right now. This video probably ran a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but that's what I'm running right now. I'm going to put in the description a match for you guys to watch, and obviously as patches come along, and just as I find better sliders myself, I'll be adding those. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if they work for you. Let me know if you're using them. Let me know if there's anything you guys think we should tweak, and we'll definitely release a 2.0 here shortly.